What is up, everybody? It's Dante Walton here. Today I'm going to give my review for episode 4 of The Last of Us. Please hold to my hand. But before we get things started, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more content like this coming soon. And just a reminder, this will be my spoiler review for episode 4 of The Last of Us. So if you've not seen up to episode 4, there are going to be spoilers ahead. But I will not be spoiling anything that happens in the game because, like I've mentioned before, the show has already passed by a while, I think, what I've experienced in the game already. I've only played like a few hours. So, yeah, honestly don't know what's going to happen next in the story. All I can do is speculate, and yeah. So right off the bat, I kind of want to say, upon like first watching this episode, I kind of felt like this was somewhat inconsequential, especially compared to the other episodes. Maybe not as impactful, I'd say, but I don't know, like reflecting on it a little bit, there were some interesting things in this episode that set it apart from other ones so far. Again, we're only 4 episodes in, but one, there are no infected at all in this episode that I can remember. Instead, the big threat is like the humans, other people. Joel said that's what you have to worry about this far out. And you definitely see that in this episode. Joel and Ellie come upon Kansas City. They pass by the QZ, which apparently has been completely overtaken. Like Pedro was overthrown and kicked out. And this group of people, I don't know, resistance fighters or whatever, I don't know exactly what they're called, but led by Kathleen, played by Melanie Lynskey, who I love, by the way. I haven't been able to catch Yellow Jackets yet, but that's because I don't have Showtime, but I definitely want to check that show out too. But I love Melanie Lynskey. She did a good job in this episode. But I don't know, being in Kansas City and kind of hiding and like being attacked by this group, it kind of set the series up for some really cool action scenes. I would say like the shootout and like Joel trying to drive away, all that was cool. But man, I really enjoyed kind of like, I don't know, being able to more solidify like Joel and Ellie's relationship. Joel and Ellie were really like trusting each other more, it seems. Like Joel gave out the directions, Ellie followed him mostly, as I'll talk about in a little bit. But there was like a more of a level of trust and even a little bit more vulnerability, like Joel at least to Ellie. When Ellie, as we know last episode, she stole the gun, or took the gun, from Bill and Frank's house. And yeah, she shoots Brian, which was one of the people that are attacking Joel. And you can kind of see, like, she like freezes up and she just hands Joel the gun. And when she goes back on the other side of the wall, like tears just come down. But she quickly just wipes them off and just acts like nothing happened, basically, even though internally, like, I don't know, like she said that it wasn't the first time she seriously hurt somebody, but I don't know, that could seriously like mess someone up, I think. And they kind of set up last episode, or not even just last episode, but previously too, that, I don't know, she kind of has this weird morbid curiosity or some history with violence there that they haven't fully explored yet. Like, for example, when she found the infected in the convenience store, she kind of like cut open its skin with her knife and then eventually just like stabbed in the head. Just like some weird morbid curiosity to the way that she looked at Joel in episode 1 when he was beating the guard. So there's something there to that. And I do like how Joel, maybe not at that time, but like later on, like trying to talk to Ellie, saying that it's not easy, like the first time you hurt somebody, and that it's not fair that she has to deal with all this at her age. All that I really enjoyed. I thought Joel and Ellie had really great back and forth this episode, both like the comedic moments. I did love a lot of those puns she was saying, to be honest. The Scarecrow one was actually clever. I'd never heard that one before. But also like the emotional moments too, like the heart-to-hearts they've been having. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think Pedro, Pascal, and Bella Ramsey continue to have a great chemistry together. And like I said, I really like to see their relationship grow and solidify. I was even surprised that Joel was willing to bring up Tess a couple of times. When last episode he told Ellie, like, never bring up Tess ever again, and just it's better to just leave their histories in the past, So I do enjoy that. Maybe Joel is kind of seeing her as more than just cargo, even though according to him, that's all she is to him. But I don't know. I think he's actually starting to actually care for Ellie. And hopefully Ellie feels the same way too. Yeah, if I had to pick MVP, I'd have to pick both of them, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Again, they continue to be like a high point in the series for me. But yeah, the way the episode ended, I'm assuming that Sam and Henry, who Kathleen and like the other fighters were like talking about, and that they thought that Henry hired like mercenaries to come in here, that's what they thought Joel and Ellie were. So assuming that's who that was at the end that held Joel and Ellie at gunpoint. Maybe like two brothers, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure people that play the game, you already know, but I don't, like I said, I haven't played this far in the game, so I'm just along for the ride for the show. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens next in the show. Continue to enjoy it. Like I said, maybe this episode wasn't as immediately impactful for me, but again, another really good episode. There hasn't been any bad episode yet so far, so yeah, I'm really excited for the next one. Oh, wait. But before I go, I do want to mention the scene with Joel and Ellie when they were like, eating the the Chef Boyardee ravioli, 20-year-old ravioli. I don't know, it reminded me of like my own childhood. Like my dad would make that a lot, especially like the Chef Boyardee ravioli. I never really liked it, to be honest, that much, but can't even imagine what 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli would taste like. Is it still good to eat? Does it just taste bad? Does it taste the same? Will it make you sick? I mean, that's a genuine question. I don't know, but I don't know why I thought about that. But anyways, and also seeing the old Doritos logo, like in the shop that Joel and Ellie crash into, made me weirdly nostalgic for some reason, because I remember that logo from like the early 2000s. So I don't know. Other than that, I have nothing else to add. So catch you all next time. Goodbye.